Alright, this exercise is skull crushers. Really popular exercise for triceps. Probably I would say one of the best exercises to put mass on your triceps and definition. So, primary muscle work is going to be your triceps, and secondary is just going to be a little bit of forearms. Let's go and get started. So what we're doing is we're going with the easy curl bar because it shows that it doesn't stress your wrist as much, but you can also do this with a straight bar. And you'll notice that when Dan is coming down, he's not coming down he's not coming down towards his forehead. He's actually bringing it all the way to the top of his head. And this is done for two different reasons. Reason number one is because this is allowing him to work on his triceps all the way to the end of his triceps. Now let's go ahead and get a side view here to really see this angle. And fortunately, you don't find a lot of guys doing it this way because the easier way is to do the wrong form. So again, you'll notice that he's able to work his triceps all the way down to the end. So the second reason why you do it this way is because if the weight does get too heavy and it falls, it's not going to fall on his forehead. It's going to go ahead and fall above his head, and so it's going to take the danger out of that. You'll notice how when you do it this way, you're going to feel less stress in your elbows, and you're going to work your triceps a lot more. Okay, that was good, Dan. And you'll also find that when he got started, you have to go ahead and carry it and then kind of fling it up and then get it up. Easy way to do it is to actually leave it right here on the edge of the bench. Then when you come around and sit, you have it right here by you already. So this way it's a lot faster, it's a lot less energy flinging it up. So when you're coming up, some of the common mistakes is when you're bringing the bar basically to your nose, to your mouth, or to your forehead. So like this, and you'll see this probably about 9 times out of 10 in the gym, either to their mouth or they'll do it to about their eyes, like this. And you'll notice that this form, it works on your triceps, which is why guys continue to do this. But this form is also stresses so much stress on your elbows that you're not going to be able to do this for very long before you have elbow pain. So you always want to make sure you extend it out this way, and when you have it come down above your head. So this way not only do you work on your triceps more, but you take less stress on your elbows. And you're able to do this exercise for the rest of your life, and at the same time develop bigger, fuller triceps. Okay, and when you're done, you simply put it back here on the bench, and then you can sit up. Now, a technique to do this exercise and to change it up a little bit is to actually raise your feet off the ground. What this does is it actually makes the exercise just a little bit tougher, and you'll really feel your back really on the bench a lot more. So it makes the exercise just a little bit tougher, but you'll at the same time feel your triceps a lot too. And a good finisher for this exercise would be to do a close grip bench, just like this. Kind of just to go ahead and fully exhaust your triceps. Anything you want to add to this, Dan?
Yeah, I know. I actually used to do that with the incorrect form, and I know a lot of guys like you who got like the elbow injuries from the incorrect form.
Yeah, but I've done it for years like that, and even though you develop triceps, at the end you get so much elbow pain you can't continue.
Yeah, and actually, can you talk about like how bad that can be when you injure your elbows like that? Because for a guy who's he sees like that as a small detail, can you talk about how that can really like screw up your?
Well, this doesn't just once you do it long enough and you start getting the elbow pain, this doesn't just affect you in doing skull crushers. You're going to find that now you're going to have pain when you do any type of pressing movement. That means when you start bench pressing, you're going to start feeling pain in your elbows. When you're doing a military press with a barbell, dumbbell, anything, you're going to start feeling pain in your elbows. And so it stops pretty much your entire pushing power. And because your elbows is the extension in any type of pushing, that pretty much takes a lot of strength away from pushing, and before you know it, not only does your triceps get smaller because you can work on it with such heavy weight, but your chest gets smaller, your shoulders get smaller, and you start losing a lot of muscle everywhere.
Yeah.
So remember, our main goal is to add that muscle, so we want to make sure we keep our bodies safe and that we're able to do this for the rest of our lives. So be very, very careful and really take that advice. Really bring that weight up in your above your head. You're gonna be sorry if you don't. Trust me, I've been down that road. So yeah, that answers that.
Definitely. Okay, great.
All right, so that's it for the skull crushers.